and welcome to Eagle Eye News. I'm Brandon Etheridge.
And I'm Jasmine Lee. Tonight, we begin with sad news on campus. A freshman was found dead in his residence hall on Sunday at 3:26 in the afternoon after his parents called 911 to request a welfare check on their son. His body was taken to the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences in Montgomery, Alabama. The coroner made an initial statement indicating no foul play is suspected.
On the crime beat tonight, the Auburn Police Division responded to a shots fired call on Sunday afternoon on North Gay Street. Upon arrival, officers located two individuals with bullet wounds. The investigation later determined that the suspect fired shots at several people in one apartment and damaged two others. A 21-year-old female was transported to the East Alabama Medical Center and treated for one gunshot wound. She has been released. A 23-year-old male was also flown to the Columbus Regional Medical Center where he underwent surgery for several gunshot injuries and remains in critical condition tonight. The investigation has indicated that the incident was not a random act.
The chance for Alabama residents to decide on a state lottery is becoming more of a reality. The Alabama House of Representatives has passed Governor Bentley's proposed lottery bill on Thursday night in a second vote. The bill passed by a margin of 64 to 35, one more than the minimum requirement. The bill moves back to the Senate to vote on changes made by the House. Originally, the bill stated that all revenue would be put into the general fund, but now 10% of the revenue would be placed in the Education Trust Fund. If legislation can pass final approval, it can make the ballot as a proposed constitutional amendment.
A 90-year-old Auburn local recently bungee jumped off the Young's High Bridge in Anderson, Kentucky. Bill Dillard Jr. was a 1948 graduate of Duke University, but has made Auburn his home with his wife, Fran. He was in the property insurance business for 46 years before retiring in 1993. Dillard said that at 90, half of your contemporaries are gone and the other half aren't able to attempt something so outrageous. I'm just an old stumblebum, but I'm grateful to enjoy the health to be able to do this. This was not Dillard's first bungee jumping experience and hopefully won't be his last either.
Rolling Toomer's tree isn't the only tradition coming back to Auburn this fall. Barber's Santa Freeze, also known as The Flush, was a local walk-up eatery that resided in Auburn across from the Baptist Church downtown. They were well known for their upside-down banana splits and foot-long hot dogs with their added secret recipe, chili, but the business closed in 1993 when they were bought out by AM South. However, the McWhorter School of Building Science and O-Town Ice Cream has joined in partnership to bring back the joy of Santa Freeze to the Alumni Hospitality Tailgate tents during this football season. All alumni and fans are invited to enjoy the sweet treats before every home game's kickoff.
This month, law enforcement officers throughout the state are having to crack down on drunk drivers more than usual. Take a look at how the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign is promoting driver safety in our area.
The Drive Sober Get Pulled Over campaign is returning to the state of Alabama for another year. The campaign focuses on driver safety and has additional police officers on the roads to specifically target impaired drivers, along with the normal patrol. The Drive Sober Get Pulled Over campaign coincides with Labor Day weekend, which sees higher traffic numbers and individuals are more prone to going to parties and may engage in impaired driving. The Lee County Sheriff's Department is participating in the campaign this year with the goal to keep the roads safe.
We will be targeting specific areas in Lee County that have statistically proven to be accident areas based on impaired driving. We're not out looking to cause people a problem. We're not out looking to put people in jail. We're looking to stop them from doing it in the first place. And unfortunately, if they do, we're going to be out there and we'll find them.
Many people can agree that drinking and driving is dangerous and can even be deadly.
It's obviously a problem to drink and drive, and definitely have seen the negative effects of that.
To keep the message short,
don't drink and drive.
Many popular spots for college students in Auburn are the bars. One college student shares how he goes out and has a good time, but still practices safety.
One, I always go with a group of friends who can, if I'm getting too far, they can stop me. But usually I just limit myself.
To drive safely, avoid driving after you have consumed alcohol or any type of medication. Let someone else drive. And certainly pay attention and don't divert attention away from your primary task, which is operating that motor vehicle. No texting and driving, no reading emails, and of course, certainly avoid drinking and driving.
For Eagle Eye TV, I'm Casey Cooper.
That campaign is funded by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, which is administered through the Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs. You know, it's great. We've seen a lot of stories that we've had to report on over the last year involving drunk driving. It's good to see them doing something productive to kind of beat the curve on this.
Yeah, now we have Uber, so make sure to call Uber if you're
always a
around.
plus.
Yep.
Call your Uber. Well, coming up, we'll hear from Becca Terry on how you could meet a star from Orange is the New Black right here on Eagle Eye TV.
Why is America safer today when we travel or go to busy places?
Because detection technology developed at Auburn turns canines into a powerful first line of defense.
Why are some accomplishments more meaningful than others?
Because for me, the best trophy is the one that fulfilled a promise to my mother.
Why does the Auburn family believe in and support our university?
Why?
Why?
Why? Because this is Auburn.
Hey guys, my name is Becca Terry and this is Eagle Eye Entertainment. We open tonight with some sad news. The original Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder, has passed away after having complications with Alzheimer's disease. Wilder leaves behind a TV and film legacy with roles in Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, and The Producers. He was 83 years old. On a lighter note, whether you watched the Auburn Snapchat story or not, you probably heard of the girls who took to the social media platform to find dates to a Braves game. We are happy to report that the couples met up and with many iPhone cameras rolling, agreed to attend the Braves game social together. Good luck, girls. Auburn is bringing Netflix to campus. Jackie Cruz, Flocka from Orange is the New Black, will be a guest speaker during Hispanic Heritage Month on campus. Cruz will speak Thursday, September 15th in the Foy Auditorium. The Auburn Public Library will be hosting Community Open Mic Night next Tuesday. The library says you can read your own work or a published poem. Reading slots will be assigned on a first-come, first-served basis. The event is free and open to the public. If school is already stressing you out, University Programs Council has your back. Yoga on the Green Space will be this Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Group fitness instructors from the rec will be leading the group. UPC events are free to all Auburn students with a valid Tiger card. If you want to start unwinding earlier, you can join the Office of Inclusion and Diversity for a cup of tea. They will be hosting Tea Talks this Wednesday at noon. The office says that this is an opportunity to talk openly about topics related to diversity, inclusion, and the community. This event is free and dessert will be provided. For more entertainment news, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Eagle Eye TV. Also, tune into The Scoop Wednesdays at noon right here on Eagle Eye TV. Up next is Weagle DJ John Risha with a review of Colby Calais' recently released album, followed by the latest in Auburn sports. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
Happy Monday, y'all. I'm Risha, and this week's album is Never Got Away by Colby Calais. It's kind of a sad song about relationships and hoping that that person who is special to you never leaves and wanting them to always be by your side no matter what. It's got a lot of great guitar riffs. It's a little poppy, but I still really enjoyed it, and of course, it has the amazing voice of Colby Calais, which, let's be honest, everyone loves her voice. Check it out.
Soccer adds to their success, volleyball struggles, and football is ready to take flight. I'm Casey Cooper, and this is Eagle Eye Sports.
Today we also named our starting quarterback. It'll be Sean White. Will be our starting quarterback against Clemson. Like I said all along, it was a very good race. All three guys competed at a very high level. Just felt like it was time to name a starter, and Sean won the job. We're excited for Sean. He's earned it. He's a guy that has experience in our offense last year. He's a tough guy. You know, he's in a good spot. He's in a good spot to lead this team. The team's going to rally around him, so I'm excited for him.
Well, there you have it. Gus Malzahn has finally announced his top Tiger. Teammates Marcus Davis and Kerryon Johnson are happy to have the QB position settled and are fully supporting Sean White. As for the new starter, White credits a healthy competition among teammates for making him better and helping him earn the starting job.
You know, especially our team motto this year was earn it, so everything had to be earned. So that was, you know, it felt good that I felt like I earned my spot. Definitely, it's more than if they just tell you you're the starter early on. You don't really have to earn it or compete against two other great quarterbacks. I mean, I believe Jeremy and John are really good quarterbacks. I learn from them every single day, and you know, to be able to compete with them, it's been great. It's made me better, no doubt.
You know, everybody was excited, and now that we got that out of the way, we could just rally behind him and, you know, really just focus on what we got going on as far as the game plan.
I think Sean's obviously, I mean, I love Sean. He's obviously a really nice guy. He's a really great friend, but I think Sean's got a little mean streak to him. Like, he's not going to back down from anybody. He's a spicy player, and he loves competition. So I think that's the thing that people really get out of playing with him. They really get that attitude that you can really feed off of as a team.
Spicy player indeed. Football has their season opener this Saturday on the Plains versus number 2 Clemson at 8. And when you get to the game, don't forget that Jordan-Hare Stadium has a new clear bag policy that will be in effect come game day. Each ticket holder is allowed one large clear bag. Bags must not exceed 12 inches by 6 inches by 12 inches. Bags can be clear plastic, vinyl, or PVC, or a 1-gallon Ziploc style. Ticket holders will also be allowed to have a small clutch purse in addition to the one clear bag. Switching fields, soccer took down Cal State Fullerton Friday night on the Plains.
On Friday evening, the number 24 Auburn Tigers faced the Cal State Fullerton Titans at the Auburn Soccer Complex. Redshirt sophomore Sarah LeBeau had her second consecutive shutout. Early on, the tone was set as Auburn kept the ball in their attack half for the majority of the game. Casey Ramsier scored in the 7th minute of the first half, and Courtney Schell scored in the 6th minute of the second half. Meanwhile, Cal State put up a physical fight, committing 4 fouls and 1 yellow card, while Auburn had 6 fouls. Auburn will be looking to face Sanford and Birmingham this Sunday at 6 o'clock. With Eagle Eye Sports, I'm Meredith Brito.
After a lengthy rain delay, Auburn soccer went on to defeat Sanford last night 4-3. 2 of Auburn's goals came from Kristen Dodson. Soccer returns home for the Auburn Soccer Classic this Friday versus Iowa State at 7, and again this Sunday versus USC at 6. Congratulations to Auburn Athletics Player of the Week, Kristen Dodson. Dodson had 2 goals and 2 assists in the soccer team's 2 wins over the weekend. Serves up, Auburn Volleyball started their season this Friday in a packed-out arena versus Georgia Tech.
Auburn Tigers women's volleyball opened their fall 2016 season against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets in the War Eagle Invitational Friday night. The Tigers won the first set 25-21. The Yellow Jackets responded to losing the first set by going up 9-5 in the second set before winning the set 25-22. Auburn junior libero Jessie Earle led the team with a match-high 24 digs, while sophomore Brenna McLeroy led the team with 11 kills and 15 digs. Despite the loss, Tigers fans filled the stands, dancing throughout the match, with appearances from the Auburn cheerleaders and Albee. The Yellow Jackets finished the match with 3 players having double-digit kills and tallying 5 blocks as a team. The Yellow Jackets went on to win sets 3 and 4 to take the match from the Tigers. The War Eagle Invitational continues Saturday with 4 matches. Auburn returns to the court at noon against Furman and again at 7:30 against Pacific. For Eagle Eye Sports, I'm Sarah Palczewski.
The Tigers dropped their next 2 matches against Furman and Pacific on Saturday. The volleyball team is seeking their first win of the season tomorrow as they take on Kennesaw State at 7 in the Auburn Arena. Want more sports updates throughout the week? We've got you covered. Just like us on Facebook at Eagle Eye TV and catch Tiger Tally Friday mornings. Now let's catch up with Carter Gusson, who will let us know this week's forecast, and then Kristen Burton as she talks about Toomer's rolling with Mr. Cleardye.
Hey guys, Carter Gusson here with your weekly forecast here. Pretty much the same as always. Low 90s is your high pretty much the whole week. Up low 70s is your low. Towards there at the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, a little storm might be coming through. Hopefully we stay dry for that kickoff against Clemson in Jordan-Hare Stadium Saturday night. But that is it for your weather, nothing too crazy. But up next, Kristen and a special guest is right here in the studio. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
This is a place where it only takes a second to imagine your future. Grasp a new concept in class. Inspire a child's curiosity. Discover a real-world solution. Seize an unexpected opportunity.
There goes Davis!
This is where you gain the preparation, confidence, and determination to succeed. This is Auburn.
Hey guys, I'm here with Mike Clardy from the Office of Communication and Marketing, and we are here today talking about a tradition that is coming back to the Plains, the rolling of Toomer's trees. So if you can just tell us a little bit about that. I know students and the Auburn community have been waiting a full year to do this since the new trees were planted. So what has that year been like?
It's been a very patient year for most people. If you remember back to last fall, how impatient they were to roll the corner. We had some great football wins, and they wanted to roll the corner. And that tradition kind of migrated down Sanford Park toward Thatch Avenue, which we really didn't want to do. So we're excited this year to bring the tradition back to the corner. We don't want people to roll Sanford Park. We want every bit of celebration back to the corner on the two Auburn Oaks.
Absolutely, to bring that back. I know it's hard to believe it's been, I think 5 years since our oaks were poisoned, unfortunately, but I know the community and the campus are excited. So what are you seeing now that we just announced, that we're rolling the trees again? What have you seen around the community? Have you heard any of the excitement or just?
Yeah, feedback's been very good so far. People miss it. It's been a long time, as you mentioned, since that final roll back in 2013. We've not been able to roll anything on the corner, and that's where the tradition is. When people, this is like the eagle flying on Saturdays. This is the fabric of Auburn University. This is what we do. This is uniquely Auburn. It's something we do that nobody else does, and when you take that away, you can definitely feel that void, So we're glad it's coming back, and very excited to be able to offer that again this year.
Absolutely. I know, didn't one of the trees, they had to replant one of them, the new ones? What happened with that?
It just didn't transplant. When you transplant large trees, and I'm no expert in horticulture, but when you transplant large trees, there is a risk that they will not survive. And the one that was on Magnolia didn't respond very well, so we replaced it with a tree from somewhere else. Also a live oak like the other one is, and like the two that preceded it. So excited to have those back. They're looking good, and I know they're still acclimating and still getting used to the environment and establishing their roots. So we want to encourage fans really to do a gentle roll this year. So
absolutely
enjoy your time, roll the trees, but we're going to pick off the paper by hand this year.
Wow!
So we're really going to take pains to to take care of them and do this the right way.
Absolutely. You want to ensure, that they're around for a very long time after this. Absolutely. Well, I know as a student, I'm very excited that tradition's coming back. Hopefully we're going to get a big win this weekend against Clemson and get to roll those new trees. So thank you so much for being with us today and talking about it. I know we're all very excited here.
Thanks for having me.
Up next, we'll discover what was occurring this week many years ago. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
I hope that you've been able to learn a strong work ethic surrounded by character, integrity, perseverance, so that when your 1 second comes, you'll be prepared for it.
Chris Davis. 45, there goes Davis!
Your 1 second, our 1 second is now. And our lives have been guided by the principles of one of the greatest academic institutions in the country, Auburn University.
This week in Auburn history, we're taking it back all the way to 1984 when the Tigers walked onto the field of Jordan-Hare Stadium ranked #1 in the AP poll. That was the only year the Tigers started the season off ranked at the top, but the Tigers have found themselves at #1 in the polls 5 times in program history. Although they began their 1984 season at #1, they still lost 4 games that year. So we got a couple tweets we're going to check out here.
This is from warblogle.com. Auburn is ranked number 33 in the preseason at AP Top 25 poll, #WarEagle.
You know, based on history, that bodes pretty well for us. We usually don't do well when we start off doing really well, and so being lower on the list at this time, you know, that may prove to be a good thing for us.
I really hope so. I really hope so.
All right, so this next one we have a fun fact from John Lunsford. He says, every time Alabama has started #1 in the AP poll under Nick Saban, Auburn has ended up playing in the championship.
It's very interesting. Actually, Alabama, every time they've been ranked #1, they've never made it to the national championship. So,
fun fact. Hey, these tweets mean very good things for Auburn this year. So this gets me excited for the Clemson game coming up this weekend.
Me too. I'm ready.
Well, thanks for tuning in for that segment. If you'd like to join the conversation, please use the hashtag EagleEyeTV on Instagram and Twitter. Up next, we'll have more on what's taking place on Auburn's campus and across the community. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born, and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
With football season approaching, students are asked to learn more about the new ticketing system in the student section. Each student is asked to only transfer up to 4 tickets during the 2016 season. Failure to do so will result in the loss of tickets for the 2017 season. All tickets must be transferred between noon on Sunday and midnight on Wednesday before the football game. Students who need that transferred ticket to become a guest pass will have to request one and pick it up at the ticketing office between 9 and 1 on the Thursday before the game. However, there are only a limited number of guest tickets available per game. Guest passes are proving to go fast as they were sold out early in the day today. All students with Ignited cards will be asked to enter through gates 5, 7, or 8 prior to kickoff on game day, and everybody with ID issues or guest passes can enter through gate 6.
Auburn's Multicultural Center is receiving an upgrade with a new name and will now be called the Cross-Cultural Center for Excellence. The decision to rename the student-centered unit coincides with the recent renaming of the Office of Inclusion and Diversity. This is an ongoing implementation of the campus climate study to enhance unity, equity, and inclusion through all campus programs. The old name was one that focused on celebrating Auburn's multiculturalism, while the new name promotes dialogue and interaction between all cultures.
University Writing is hosting an e-portfolio project in the library this semester. This comprehensive series is designed to help students from all majors and years create a professional e-portfolio for future employer use. Throughout 6 sessions, students will revisit work from courses or co-curricular activities and learn the best way to share those experiences with a professional audience. This training is designed to prepare students for job applications or graduate school. Registration is free and can be found at auburn.edu/eportfolios/getinvolved.
You know, I think that's a good thing for students, getting that figured out early on, getting their work out there for people to be able to find it and kind of look at them as they're going through school. That's a good thing for Auburn students to be able to have.
Yeah, I agree. It creates very good social skills as well.
Definitely.
That's all for Eagle Eye News tonight. Tune in after the show for a live look in of the SGA Cabinet meeting, followed by an Eagle Eye News in-depth late-night show beginning at 8. And keep up with all of the latest Auburn news throughout the week by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Eagle Eye TV. I'm Jasmine Lee.
And I'm Brandon Etheridge. Thanks for joining us, War Eagle.